Let's talk toys.
What's up, all you Transforming dudes and dudettes? ToyShiz here, and I got a really rockin' fresh look for you guys today. We are totally going to be checking out the brand new Transformers Cyberverse, the Mace Mashin' Gnaw, aka Sharkticon. Don't know why he's got the Decepticon logo on him, but you show me a Sharkticon, baby, then yeah, he's coming home from the store, and that is a guarantee. A lot of times, most recently, I guess, with all the new products hitting, I've actually been surprised and just been like blown away. Like, wait a minute, I didn't know that there was a Sharkticon coming for the Transformers Cyberverse, and I'm absolutely stoked on it. So when I saw him in the store, I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. And then Stan Bush started playing in my head. So had to have him, brought him home, opened him up by the packaging, and that's what we're going to be checking out today. So again, he is starting to hit Target stores now. This is under the Transformers Cyberverse, sort of more, maybe I guess you could say, kitified sort of Transformers, a lot more simplification. It's not so much siege. So this was just another figure I had to add, and you know what? If I see another one, I might be getting myself a few of these just to army build. I don't typically army build, but hey, you know what? It was in the old Transformers cartoon. Those little Sharkticons were little vicious little suckers. So I'm curious to know how he transforms, and I'm sure you are too. Let's get into it. This is the brand new Transformers Cyberverse Gnaw Sharkticon. So when looking at Gnaw up all close, you get to see that he's got some really elegant 80s colors going on. He's got that pink, blue, he's got that particular type of green. Then it goes into more of like an aquamarine type blue with a lot of just, we'll say, that kind of grayish type plastic that a lot of older 80s toys, especially Transformers, used to have. The one thing is that he does sport a Decepticon symbol, and while, I mean, come on, it's not that big a deal, but the Sharkticons will never actually Decepticons, as far as I know. They may have retconned that, but they work for the Quintessons and those, evil judge and jury type characters, and man, they went after Cup and Hot Rod. So to see this guy now, let's just say, they did make a Sharkticon back in the day, and they've subsequently made a few here and there since then, of course, over the years. But there's just something about this little guy. He's tiny, but not too tiny, and I'll put him against some Siege figures to show you the scaling. But I like what's going on. He doesn't sport the best, we'll say, hiding the robot mode type situation. You can see the head right there in his mouth. His hands are basically the back part of his feet, but he has a little bit of a charm, right? He's got something cool going on, and not a lot of articulation. To say, well, we're starting him off, I guess, in this Sharkticon mode, but his legs move, they kind of move out, and then he doesn't have any joints. It looks like he might, but it actually just swivels right there at the elbow, quote unquote, and then these are actually locked in, which is, I think, a huge bummer. These arms do not move. They do have some nice detail, and there's overall great detail on this figure itself, but again, not a whole lot of articulation. You can move his tail, but this is removable and becomes the character's weapon. He also does have this shark fin, which is kind of a nice touch. I kind of dig that. You can kind of place it however you want, back, forward. I kind of just keep it right around there, and that typically looks pretty good. Nice detail, like I said, overall, nice robotic parts. He's not Beast Wars, he's more of that Transformers type when you go animalistic, more robot than anything. But nice coloring, nice paint for where it is. I really like the pink mouth. Some instances of some paint rub, here and there, and some sloppiness, but overall, I like the circuitry. I like everything going on in robot mode. He's just he's a charming little figure, I will say. So, in terms of transforming him, again, this is one of those Transformers that I really like because it's so easy to do. So you just kind of pop this open, and these become his legs. Go ahead and remove his tail. Now, this is actually something, I don't know if I've ever seen this. It's a, hey kids, don't get your hair caught in this mechanism, and I'll show you exactly what it does. And I like this right here, like, stop, read the directions so nobody dies. And I just thought that was kind of interesting. So what you do is you take his legs down, and then they kind of just fold into these little pegs right here. That actually defeats the purpose, though, of any articulation that you were hoping for, because he just basically becomes a statue at that point. You can still kind of move his knees and such, but yeah, he ain't going nowhere fast. And then what you're going to do is kind of flip this down right here, and that becomes his front chest plate. Don't have to do much for the actual head. And then go ahead and like I said, this is pretty easy stuff right here. You just kind of move his arms. They're not on a swivel or anything. These go up, they click into place. This goes up, this clicks into place. Flip his hands around, and then bingo bango, you got yourself a Sharkticon in robot mode. And then you kind of just fit his mace right there. And you know what? He looks good. I like his rotund little body that he's got going on in this robot mode. I think overall I love the Sharkticon mode, but I like this mode as well. So you can kind of see if you had a couple of them, you got a couple Sharkticons, and then you got a couple robot modes. That would kind of look really cool, you know, for a display. I'm just saying, Transformers Siege, something like that. But we'll pull out some Siege figures in just a moment. He does have some head rotation, and he actually does have a really nice head portrait. I think that's a nice Sharkticon classic style G1 almost. So it's there. It's the funness and everything is in this figure. And then he's got a little bit of a thing right here where you kind of just pop this up a little bit, and then you can actually well, first of all, you got to put this little fin down, just FYI. But yeah, you can kind of spin him around a few times, right, till it clicks. And then you kind of push that down back to lock in the Decepticon logo. And then what it's supposed to do is you kind of lift this up and let him go. And he swivels and takes out a bunch of cups or hot rods or, you know, whoever else that they're governing at the time, guilty or innocent. So I like him. He's a great, fun little figure. I think, again, a couple of them would look really good all together. But let me go ahead and show you how he stacks up to other Siege figures. And just to show some scaling, here he is lined up with some other Transformers Siege. You got Optimus Prime and Springer, both technically from the old-fashioned Transformers animated movie. Although Optimus Prime didn't make it too far out the gate. But hey, you know what? Springer made it, and we got Springer, so that's cool. I guess Springer's a cool character. I just, you know, when you saw the old movie, you just were like, where's Optimus Prime? So I would say that, yes, pick this guy up if you're a big fan of Transformers the movie or just Sharkticons in general. I think he's a lot of fun. From his shark mode to robot mode, I think you're going to like him. Maybe if you get a chance to kind of look through a few of them, just double check the paint. Sometimes around the pink to the blue areas where they actually put the paint, just double check it. Make sure it's not too sloppy or anything else like that. And yeah, honestly, if I find a few more of these, I think I might just, as many as I could find within reason, you know what I mean? I think it would be really cool to get him going up against like Grimlock or something like that and kind of create this Siege sort of Transformers the movie look. So I definitely recommend this figure. I think he's a lot of fun. I think he's going to look great within your Siege or heck, even your Cyberverse if you guys are into that. If you're collecting them, I pick and choose from the Cyberverse. I kind of match them up while I'm in the store. Just really kind of get the idea, hey, you know, is this going to line up good? Are they too small? Are they too big? Yada, yada. I'm kind of eyeballing that new Grimlock that they got going on. I think he's kind of cool. Not too stoked on the dinosaur mode, but robot mode, hey, that might look pretty cool with these other Siege figures. But as always, I'm curious to know what you guys think about this new Gnaw figure. Is this going to be something to add to your Siege, your Transformers shelves? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Transformers. I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, always remember, you got the touch. You got the power! And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios. Yeah!